Dorothy really blinds these guys into following her around for ages because she just talks up the wizard a bunch, saying that he'll do whatever they need, even though she's never met him and has no way of knowing if any of that is true. Showing exactly how Donald Trump got elected.
There's no place like home.
I am I.
Only bad witches are ugly? You fake-ass traitorous bitch, Glinda. Wicked really changes your perception of this thing. Anyway, a young girl lands her house on a woman, immediately killing her, and then hunts down and melts her sister so that none of the family can seek vengeance. All the while, she could have gone home at any time, but fucking Glinda didn't tell her that, did she? The Wizard of Oz is a classic tale, which you could tell is all a dream, because Dorothy is so extra and dramatic that obviously this all happened inside her head. Like, seriously, in the opening 10 minutes, this girl has her dog attack her neighbour, cries to her aunt and friends about it, falls into a pigsty, sings a melancholy song about having a better future, like some 1920s My Chemical Romance bullshit, and then runs away from home and tries to get taken by the first guy with a caravan she can step into. Seriously, girl, this Red Riding Hood looking wannabe motherfucker. She is, I mean, per people of Kansas, they didn't need a tornado. She was already such a whirlwind. Genuinely though, The Wizard of Oz is a sweet, lovable film, which is the perfect sort of thing that feels like you should be sticking it on at Christmas time or something, even though it's not a Christmas movie, just to bring those sweet, childlike memories bubbling to the surface. Speaking of bubbling, watch as Dorothy goes all ham on the Oz witch trials and just murders everybody, all commando on their asses, I tell you. Dorothy is an iconic and wonderful lead for such a young actor, such a powerful voice, incredible singing, talent, and she makes keen observations too, like saying, hey Toto, this magical land with witches and more greenery than all of Dust Bowl America may not be Kansas anymore. Dorothy hangs around with the Munchkins, who are all very friendly and welcome her to Munchkin Land, before immediately chasing her out of Munchkin Land with a vague direction and a very slim chance of finding her way home on her own. Yeah, they all call the Wicked Witch of the West evil, but, I mean, honestly, she turns up at the town, she finds her sister is dead, they're singing joyfully about it, and Dorothy has clept her only family heirloom. What would you do? Dorothy gathers up a bunch of just vagrants along the road, just anybody who fancies coming along for a journey. And I know it sounds weird, a young girl traveling with 3 grown-ass men, but don't worry, she just oils them up, stuffs them, yeah, no, that doesn't sound great. One of them just stands erect in fields all the time. Another one is constantly stiff as a board. The other one is a furry. Oh, fuck. I love The Wizard of Oz. Not necessarily in a it's my top favorite film ever kind of way, but in just a deeply, I respect it so much kind of way. And it is, I feel like it's got to be an everybody loves film because it's so joyous, it's so colorful. Why are films not this pretty anymore? It's just so gorgeous to look at. Even now, it's almost 100 years later, and I'm still looking at this going, oh my god, why do they not make them like this anymore? And also, they never really did. Like, this is so different to anything for its time, for any other time. It's beautiful and wondrous. I just, every time I look at it, think, and it's an immediately cheer you up kind of thing. It's the Paddington 2 of its time. I don't think it's a perfect film, but I do just appreciate it so much. I love it. It's got some great songs, some incredible moments, some real life lessons. Like what the Scarecrow says, well, some people without a brain do an awful lot of talking. It's perfectly written, it's perfectly acted, it's perfectly executed in pretty much every way. And I'm giving a bunch of misfits band together to kill an old woman 4.5 stars. Why did Dorothy slip while walking? She was on the yellow slick road. What made the road slippery? The Wizard of Ooze. I'm here all week. Seriously though, please subscribe. I have nothing else.